Hello everyone, welcome back to the map of mathematics. In this video we are going to solve this nice equation. So the very first thing we are going to do is here we can focus on the terms of 4 to the power of m, and on the right hand side 8 to the power of m. Okay, so we can rewrite these terms as 2 to the power of m, plus here we can write 4 as 2 to the power of 2 and whole power m is equal to we can write 8 as 2 to the power of 3 and whole power m. Okay, after that we can apply the famous exponent law, and you know that if we have a to the power of m to the power of n, then it is equal to a to the power of m times n equals to a to the power of n to the power of m. Okay, so it's simply means that we can just interchange its exponents, then we will obtain the same answer. Okay, if you have a to the power of m to the power of n, you can write it as a to the power of n to the power of m. So we can just interchange its exponent from both of the terms. Therefore we have 2 to the power of m, plus here we can interchange the exponents, then we will obtain 2 to the power of m to the power of 2 is equal to, here we can interchange its exponents and we will obtain 2 to the power of m and whole cube. And after that I can just change this expression into simplified form, so that we will substitute or take 2 to the power of m is equal to y. I can just substitute 2 to the power of m is equal to y, then we will obtain y, plus when we substitute this term by y, then we will obtain y square is equal to, when we can substitute this term by y, then we will obtain y cube. And after that we can take all the terms on the left hand side to the right hand side, and we will obtain y cube. Here we have plus y square, when we take it into the right hand side, then it will becomes minus y square minus y is equal to 0. After that you can focus on each of the term, and we can see that the y is present in all of the terms, so we can take common y from each term and we will obtain y times of y square minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. And after that we can write y is equal to 0, and similarly we can write here y square minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. We can write both factors separately is equal to 0. And after that we can write it here y is equal to 2 to the power of m, so we will substitute this y by 2 to the power of m is equal to 0. And here you can focus on 2 to the power of m, and you know that 2 to the power of m is exponential function, and you remember that exponential function is never 0. Okay, exponential function is never 0, and it is always gives us positive value, so that we can say here that so this term gives that no solution. Okay, so now we move toward this, or we can just proceed this expression only, so that here we can apply quadratic formula, and you know that the value of a is 1 and b is minus 1 and c is also minus 1, and you know the famous quadratic formula is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac square root over 2a. So here we substitute all the values of a, b and c, and we will get 1 plus minus 1 minus plus 4 square root over 2. When you can substitute the value of a, which is 1, and the value of c is minus 1, so this minus 1 multiplied by minus 4 will becomes plus 4, and finally here we get the value of y is 1 plus minus square root of 5 over 2. And here you can see that we have two factors here. We have two values of y, so therefore we can write y as these two values as 1 plus square root 5 over 2 and 1 minus square root 5 over 2. Okay, when you can see this term here, so this term is not gives us a real root, so I can just say that this term gives us the complex roots, and our question is that we will find only real roots, so we can reject this expression or this solution. We can reject this solution because it gives complex root or no real roots, and only this expression will gives us the real root, so we will just proceed this expression only. And now we can substitute the value of y, and you know that the value of y is 2 to the power of m, which is we can substitute in the above of the question, so we can write it as 2 to the power of m is equal to 1 plus square root of 5 over 2. Okay, now we can take log on both of the sides, so that we will get log 2 to the power of m is equal to 1 plus square root 5 over 2, and here you can just take its exponent in front of the log, and you will get m times of log 2 is equal to log 1 plus square root 5 over 2. And now we can divide this log on right hand side, or we can divide both sides by log 2, and you this log 2 is gone, and finally you will get the value of m is log of 1 plus square root 5 over 2 over log 2. So this is our final answer, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel for more exciting videos.